Hi, it's Vex, and today we got a special topic for you. The Magic 30th Anniversary Edition. That's right. Repacks the beta for $1K for a box of 4 randomized proxies, as you would say. And yes, I know, the clickbait title. So, this is actually what I thought would cost to get a piece of power. $100,000 per piece of power. $100,000 worth of product per piece of power, in a product called 8X Master. Meaning that for every $100,000 worth of product you buy, one piece of power would pop up, essentially one per pallet, which is, like a crazy rate. That's why I thought Magic 30 is actually pretty cheap, because you pay on average, $24,000 for the entire set, 9 pieces of power, 20 dual lands, which is incredible, right? If you think it's cheap, $24,000 for all that, when I thought $100,000, I talked to friends a long time ago, $100,000 to get one piece of power, almost $1 million of product to get a Lotus, right? $900,000 because of Power 9 to get a Lotus. So Magic 30 Anniversary Edition is cheaper than what I thought. However, this is the differences. What I thought is, when they do break the reserve list, which they will, not when, they will break the reserve list, is that it will cost $100,000 in product of an amazing product called 8X Masters, where you get 8 rares per pack, all rares per pack, and then one pack in a single pallet of 500 boxes or whatever would get you a Lotus. Maybe with inflation, it's probably more like $200,000 with inflation nowadays to get a pallet of 8X Masters. I thought this would be in like the 2030s, but now my assumption's ruined. What they're doing now is they're doing a Magic 30th Anniversary Edition that will give you, proxy Lotuses that are not tournament legal, of course, for 25 grand to get you a whole set of pseudo collector's edition beta, which is the same price as getting a collector's edition online. I think collector's editions are cheaper to get online. I didn't want to make a video on this before. I didn't like proxies. I think not owning the card actually creates a good, healthy meta. Imagine if everybody owned Dockside Extortionists, Gaius Kratos, Mana Crypts, they would be everywhere. You would see it constantly. They might be banned. So, ownership of cards actually kept metas in check versus, make them go out of control. I'm talking about Commander here. In Legacy, in Vintage, in CEDH, where the maximum power levels, the meta is maximum power level. Proxies were fine with me, but that's why I didn't have reserve list cards in my deck techs, because of the power level. However, now that Magic 30th Anniversary Edition came out, Wizards has now legitimized proxies, kind of like my Black Lotus proxy here. As you saw my video for Garth One Eye, I had a bunch of Black Lotus proxies right there. Magic 30th Anniversary Edition is selling me a Black Lotus proxy, because technically it's not tournament legal in any format that exists, and actually it's banned in Commander, so you can't even play it even if you get a real legitimate Black Lotus, which, this is a real legitimate Black Lotus with a real legitimate Magic back. That is right. I do own myself a nice, beautiful Black Lotus here. Back to this quick topic at hand, a bunch of, $100,000, $200,000 worth of product for 8S Master. I thought this product would have real cards, right, and real Lotuses with a Magic back. This is when they break the reserve list. They're going to charge an insane amount of money for anything on the reserve list, because they know they have reprint equity for those cards. They're burning reprint equity by printing proxies. You know what that means. This is only the beginning of printing proxy Lotuses. They're going to come out with more items to print more proxy reserve list cards, because they know the Commander community wants those proxies. It's accepted that proxies are accepted in Commander circles. And this is targeted right at Commanders players. That's why they have double the amount of dual lands in there. If you didn't notice, it's essentially a beta repack with this 30th Anniversary Magic back. But, if you're living under a rock, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Technically, it's not legal according to Commander rules, but, like say 90, 95% of the play groups that you have. You could proxy things. I have a person that, has one card and they proxy it for multiple decks. It's totally fine with me. Wizards has found a way around the reserve list by printing proxies, and you know what that means. This is a slippery slope. This now legitimizes proxies in EDH. And now Wizards could shoot themselves in the foot, because why would I pay $250 a pack to open a random pack of Magic 30 Anniversary Edition, which I don't have the real packs, obviously, when I can just, if I need some dual lands, proxy these dual lands. Oh, Dominaria United has given me a great amount of dual lands to proxy right there. You got your land name. Who cares if this is not a taiga? It's a mountain forest and adds that. I just blacked out the ETB taps. This is just as good as a dual land, original dual land. And yes, I do have original dual lands here. The taiga, the real taiga, with the real magic back. Legal in all formats that it's legal for. And a lot of people say this is going to sell out. I think it doesn't even matter if it sells out. It's just a precedent that it sets right there, that guy. Now that Wizards has legitimized proxies, how do you expect them to make money now when you literally can just proxy this? They 100% want you to use these proxies in your commander decks, because that's why they want you to sell you these things. And they 100% do not want to ever sell dual lands, real reserve list dual lands, like these, again, for anything less than, I think Frank Carson has about $800 per desirable card per power dual land. They do not want to sell you this for anything less than $800, $500. They do not ever want to make dual lands cheap. Even if they break the reserve list, these dual lands are extremely expensive. And, just for fun, we've actually proxied up some Power 9 cards too. Right, we have this Black Lotus. Oh, this is a real Black Lotus. Who cares about that one, right? We have these proxy cards. Ancestral Recall, Ancestral Vision Proxy, Time Walk, Days Undoing. And yes, if you really want to see the real cards, these are the real cards that these are proxying. Right there. But, this proxy works just fine. And you know what? Who needs to bring these expensive cards to the LGS when you just bring the cool proxies here? Days Undoing now has the Time Twister text. And actually, if you think about it, the Power 9, I didn't even show you. I do have the rest of the Power 9. If you want to check those out too, put there. They're useless. I don't use them anyways. Who would want to bring this very expensive Time Twister to your LGS when you bring this? The rest of the Power 9 is actually illegal in Commander, so I don't know what they're selling this product to Vintage players, but Vintage has always been a proxy format since I guess ever since I've known Vintage 10 years ago, proxy format. And you can always proxy Power 9 cards too, right here, some Moxen. When I say Power 9, I mean the rest of the Moxen. So you got some Black Lotus proxies, some Moxen proxy, Time Twister proxies. Essentially, to end my statement, right? Cards like this, I didn't show you this, City of Traders. This is a gold border City of Traders. I just put in a black border just to be cool. I've been using this for legacy tournaments because they're very proxy friendly. They don't have the magic back. That's what these Magic Anniversary 30th Anniversary editions will have. Non-magic backs here. And if somebody uses the Commander, because they just have black border, they don't even actually have gold border frames or square frames. The gold is in the back. People can just be like, oh, that looks real. Because, new players don't know, right? They don't know what the reserve list is and that stuff. So you could take these. You don't even have to put the fancy black border thing like I did right here. You could just put them in a sleeve, play them. And to tell you the truth, most new players won't even know the difference. Wizards has essentially stated they're going to break the reserve list. They're going to sell these premium products, and they're going to keep selling these premium products. Don't think this is the end. This is just the beginning. This product, a lot of people say they don't know who this product is for. Obviously, I'm a big collector. I have power, right? This is the Power 9 right there in front of you. I have power. And to be honest, I've cracked this Black Lotus for 3 mana like 5 times, like a handful of times. I never use it. Even with the real deal, I never use it because I never played Vintage. Because there's no one to play Vintage with. Nor do I want to bring my cards to any tournaments because they're extremely expensive. I have those cards. These cards aren't even legal. Like the 9 of the power, 8 of the power 9 are banned in Commander. Only Time Twister is unbanned, which, you know, it's very good with Hull Breacher, but that's banned too. These dual lands are legal in Commander, but you know what? These dual lands are also legal in Commander, along with my Time Twister proxy. Everybody knows this is a cash grab. I think the Wizards people are very short-term minded. They thought they're going to make lots of money off this. They're going to reprint the dual lands over and over again. But after they do announce this, this is the way that players should go. Print some proxies, use some legitimate cards that are very close to the cards that you want to proxy up. These aren't even, I guess they're proxies, yeah, with legitimate Magic cards and Magic backs. Heck, you can make a non-sleeve deck and just play with these cards too. So this short-term gain, money grabs, speculators, money machine go burr, is going to shoot Wizards in the foot. This now totally legitimizes proxies. Before, I was on the fence. Now, I don't even care. This is fine. Do it. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Check out my cool little proxies everywhere. Here, all my Lotuses. Here. Let's actually put these proxies here. If you're still listening, put these cool proxies of the Power 9 right there. I don't know which Black Lotus you want. You know, MTG Goldfish Black Lotus. Let's do that. We have some Moxen here. It's cool. Oh, heck, we even have Real Fortune just for fun. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you technically don't buy this product because I'm not going to buy it. And you know, let the speculators speculate. But, you know, this dual land is cool, right? It looks cooler. And at an average of $800 a piece for a piece of power, 8 of it is banned in Commander, Time Twister, and $800, average of $800 for a dual land. You can just literally buy yourselves these dual lands, real dual lands, well, with real Magic backs right here, for cheaper than actually like buying a dual land from here off the market. So definitely do yourself a favor, either proxy something, buy a real dual land, just don't buy this product. And as always, have a wonderful day.